It's your boy Supremacy here to God. This video we're going to talk about Egghead Island and we're going to talk about the Straw Hats. Now listen, I know it's hard to say, I know it's hard to believe. I know you guys are gonna be like, but Luffy's so powerful. Gear 5 is so strong. He's the strongest in the world. Well, it doesn't matter how strong he is, and it doesn't matter what his new power-ups are, or how strong Zoro is, or how strong Sanji is, or any of that. Because the Straw Hats have failed in Egghead. Let me explain. So the Straw Hats Pirates crew, who've had amazing adventures and always face challenges, and Luffy and the crew are like funny, like they're a bit like loosey goosey, all of that jazz. But in Egghead Island, it's almost like Sabodi Part Two. They've been flopping, right? They've been absolutely failing. It's been a disaster. Vegapunk and most of his clones are already dead, and the crew still doesn't feel like they have a serious wake up call, right? Because they themselves are okay, but they've been actually like losing people left and right in terms of the people that they're supposed to be protecting. Let's break down why things went so wrong for the Straw Hats. First off, the Straw Hats, like, they dropped the ball when it came to planning. These guys are incredible fighters, like top tier. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got three OP ass motherfuckers in the group, but they use actually four, because how am I forgetting the Fishman King Karate himself? You know what I'm saying? But the problem is they usually wing it and rely on instincts. That's usually worked out for them for the most part, right? But Egghead Island was a whole different beast because again, the Gorosei pulled up. Egghead Island is like Vegapunk's mad scientist playground filled with crazy advanced technology and traps. The crew just, I mean, didn't see coming. Like that shield, right? Do you know when Luffy was fighting Kizaru and he got hit through that shield? Like all of that type of stuff, like they didn't really see that shit coming. It did hurt them and slow them down a little bit. They failed to take down Kizaru, even though people gonna say, "Oh, Kizaru lost," but he didn't. Kizaru's goal was to kill Vegapunk, and he killed Vegapunk, and he stopped from then because his heart could no longer take it. Um, Now, because they charged in without any solid plans or a handle of what they actually might be facing, which I mean, who really would guess that the Goro say, who nobody even knew existed, would just pull up, to be fair, right? But still, it was a big mistake because they didn't have the best strategy for escape and relied heavily on Vegapunk to be able to even escape the way they are so far. Because going in there, they didn't even know if Vegapunk was going to be on the side for real. They underestimated everything that they was going to face over there. Another big issue was that the crew relied too much on their individual strengths instead of working together. There was no teamwork involved here. On like apart from Sanji was trying to team up with everybody because he really needed help out there. But Luffy, Zoro went off on their own basically, and they was doing too much on their own. If Luffy and Zoro stayed together, it'll be a completely different scenario because Sanji will be able to run away with Vegapunk, and Luffy and Zoro will be able to take care of whatever comes their way. They also should have listen. They should have really took care of Lucci earlier. Um, but on Egghead Island, like the three of them combined just wasn't enough. Not Bonnie. Robin for some reason has been like medically fucking bedbound the whole time. Jinbei and his kung fu water karate just hasn't been out here doing nothing. Like he's just been running left, right, and center, chilling, moving boxes. Like, what's up with the rest of the crew just not doing anything? It's like Luffy and Zoro are doing 99% of everything alongside Sanji, and then everybody else is cooling. Like, what's going on? Actually, Frankie going off. You know what I'm saying? But everybody else is cooling and being useless. Like, you know what I'm saying? Chopper's taking care of Robin, so he got no choice. Nami just isn't gonna be that useful here. And obviously, we already know our boy Usopp hasn't been useful for too many goddamn arcs. So it's kind of a shame then that the rest of the crew is just kind of left standing there, not doing much. Jinbei, there's literally no excuse why Jinbei isn't fishman karateing everything on site right now. I think that them separating and kind of going off on this the mission in that way is why they actually failed here. Because listen, in what way can you say that the Straw Hats won here? Because their goal was to protect Vegapunk, they failed to do that. The government's role was to protect to kill Vegapunk and then to destroy Punk Hazard or Punk Records, which it's looking like they're going to do because once the Straw Hats escape, there's nothing stopping them from destroying Punk Records and destroying the rest of the island. So really, it's just been a W for the government, true and true. Yes, Luffy has been sensational fighting the Gorosei, holding everybody off, fighting Kizaru, everything. He's done sensational. He still failed. Zoro beat Lucci. And what did he do after? He beat Lucci. He blocked a big massive strike from Agorose and sent him flying. But then another Vegapunk flew over to try to stall them and died. So right now they're just absolutely flopping. Now the one part that they did succeed in, or that they will definitely succeed in, is which was also a part of the plan. And as a result, I think that part, obviously that part of it is gonna succeed. But I mean, if all you did was escape, I can't really call that a success. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. I'm out.